Times may be dark, but we are Earth's greatest hope. Look around you. A gathering of noble guardians new and old.
Okay, listen up. You're a bunch of dirty misfits, but you're all that's left, so you'll have to do.
Welcome back, guys. This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is going to be the real episode 56 of GG's The Mouthful podcast.
Why is it always real?
Oh, well, the reason behind that, by the way, this is Mad Dog, and that is, of course, Shadow 24/7, aka Chris Montanez. How you doing?
Yep, we're missing somebody though.
We are missing somebody. He's abandoned us. So for the next hour and a half, he is dead. As far as I'm concerned. I'm kidding.
You are dead to us.
I'm kidding, David. I love you to death.
Joking.
But no, the reason we call it the real is because we've had some issues with episodes where we're numbering them incorrectly, and so I do a check and then a spot check and then I check it one more time, and then I know when I say that this is episode 56 that this is the real episode 56. So that's where that comes from.
Oh yeah, I hope we're on track now.
I think so. But yeah, so how are we doing today? We're enjoying ourselves some beer here today. We've got Bud Light, lime, because freaking Walmart here. I don't know what's been going on with them, but they don't have like craft beer anymore.
They do, but it's more on the side.
Yeah, it's all in the back. They don't even keep it cool, and I'm like, this is crap.
They have all the generic, more bigger brands.
Yeah, the Bud Lights, the Miller Lights, the beer
they're
that's
ruining their consumership.
I'm telling you.
That's why Publix is the way to go.
But it's the funny thing is it's the only one that does this. So I'm really thinking that it's these guys here, but I don't know.
It's because where we live.
Yeah, perhaps. So let's just jump right into it. All right, so we're going to get into what are we up to. So, Miss Shadow 24/7, what you been up to?
I've been trying to go through my little indie games that I have on my list.
Yeah, what you got there?
I've been playing Laser Disco Defenders.
Laser? That sounds
it was
familiar.
one of the free games last month.
Oh, okay. I didn't download it. How is it?
It's good. It has like a 70s vibe to it. It's a small little bullet hell kind of shooter.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. You play as 4 different people who have different speed and health, and you get little equipment.
Okay. Is it similar to that disc game, the disc jam type of thing?
No. That's more sports. This is more just casually laid back shooting, and also.
Oh, you did call it bullet hell. That's right. You did say that. I have not seen this game.
And also, when you die, you start back from the beginning again.
Oh, so it's like, okay, roguelike.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been playing Tearaway, too.
Oh, wasn't that
the paper mache
one?
Yes, yeah. I'm enjoying it so much.
Oh, it's on my list. I have it.
It's a small game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You beat it?
Not yet. I would have been beaten in like 2 sittings, but other things came up, yada yada.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I have it there on my list. I just haven't got around to it. I've been slowly but surely working through some stuff, but what have you been doing?
What have you been doing?
That's it? Oh, okay. Well, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Well, making a way through my backlog of games, after I finished Little Nightmares, I went and tried Rain World, which came out pretty recently. It's a new game, and it came to it's a download only or digital only.
Isn't that the one that looks like it's really gloomy, kind of with the reds and purples on the front cover?
Oh, I don't know what the cover looks like. It was a digital game, but it was this little furry white fur character with black eyes, and you're trying to guide him or her, because I'm not even sure if it was him or her, but into this world where you kind of have to hide when it rains, and when it does rain, you end up having to hibernate. So you got to have food. And if you don't have enough food to hibernate, you can die. If you die, you start from the beginning. It's almost roguelike again in that sense. I played for about an hour and a half, and I was like, yeah, that's not for me. So I was like, never mind this game.
Sounds like one of those simulators.
Yeah, it's just I was just like I wasn't sure what was going on. You're the only way you can fight. You can throw rocks and throw sticks. And I'm just like, what the hell? And then you have these, they almost look like Komodo dragon type things that come out of. So you're going through different pipes to different areas. So it's almost Metroid-like in the sense you go into a pipe and it takes you somewhere else. But I didn't like it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's got the real pixel art type look to it, but I didn't really like it. So so I moved on from that. I did try one of the other ones that were free for this month, Tales of the Borderlands.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching you play that.
And I am really enjoying that game. I didn't think I was going to like it because Telltale's, especially their engine, tends to be a little
It's
weird.
Borderlands, so...
Well, I never played Borderlands either, so I was like,
oh, you're missing out.
Yeah. So, I think I may have tried the first Borderlands, and I was like, And I hear Borderlands 2 is the better of them, but I never got around to doing it. And knowing, or rather not knowing any characters, I was like, I don't know if I should be playing this game.
Well, the other ones, they have different characters, like completely different, but you have some previous characters coming in.
This is in the regular Borderlands game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to know anybody or know what's going on, but I am enjoying it, and it's very, how do I say, it's almost breaks the fourth wall sometimes. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like the story so far. I like the characters. I know it's not the same person who voices Nathan Drake, but he sounds similar to him. So I'm really enjoying the main character. Because of that. He's that quirky guy, but this guy's more of he's cool, but he's not really cool. Like he'll explain, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna infiltrate over here. We're gonna take this guy out, whatever. And when he turns around, no one's listening. You know, so I'm like, oh, okay.
He's trying to be like Handsome Jack.
Yes, he loves. He's a big fan of Handsome Jack, which you see him in this. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but you see him in the game too. But I'm up to episode 3, or I finished episode 3. I only have 2 episodes left. So I'm probably going to finish that pretty soon, but I am enjoying it so far. I definitely recommend that.
Good. Yeah, I want to get into it, but I got to finish one game before I go into the next.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the exact same. And that's even, I'm going to tell you a quirk of mine with this stupid game. I have to make sure that I have enough time to complete the episode. Otherwise, I won't even start it. Because once I start it, I don't want to stop until the episode's over. It's only 2 hours long.
Trust me, I get it, because it's like watching TV.
Yeah.
You want to finish the episode.
Correct.
You don't want to stop it and then come back, and then you're like, wait, I have to play the whole thing over again just to get what happened.
Exactly. So if in this way, the episodes begin with a recap of everything that's happened, so it kind of fills you in. So yeah, I'm silly that way.
Yeah.
But it's
I get it.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty good, and I definitely recommend it. One other thing that I did, and it's a shame that David's not here, I finished, because he had already finished it as well, the book Thrawn, which is the newest book in the Star Wars universe. And essentially it's regarding the character Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's really cool character from back in the day. I didn't like this book though. And the funny thing is the original author, Timothy Zahn, who did the original Thrawn trilogy. And now this is an audio book on top of that, which when it comes to the Star Wars ones are pretty good because they have music, they have special effects, you hear blasters, you know what I mean? So it feels like you're almost listening to one of those old radio shows. But anyway, it just, I don't know. The story was like, where are we going with this? And there was this character that was introduced, Arinda, and I didn't care. Every time they went back to her, I'm like, who cares? She's the governor. Good for her, you know? So it's also obviously all viewed from the side of the Empire. So it's actually pretty cool in that sense. Other than that, though, I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Is there more books after this one, or?
I don't know if they're going. This literally just came out probably like a month ago. So I don't know. They probably will. because I think it's already listed as a bestseller. But then again, everything goes but a bestseller. So
they might explain more. You never know.
Hopefully. It also the voice, because the guy's narrating. The good thing is that he does a different voice for every character. There are many characters. The voice he chose for Thrawn, though, I was not feeling. He sounded like he was, I don't know, just David mentioned it. He sounded like he was a male like dancer or something, because he was all, oh yes, I understand what you're saying. I'm like, what is this? This is not what he's supposed to sound like. So it was, I don't know, it was disturbing to say the least. And I really,
you kind of like felt that there was like some sexy music coming in.
Yeah, exactly. And if it wasn't for the fact that you can hear the Imperial March here and there, I was like, thank God, because this will be like Magic Mike in a book form. I'm like, oh my God.
Just watching your face, just wide-eyed, uncomfortable, driving down to work.
Yes, exactly. I'm in the middle of what is it, like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm listening to this guy whisper into my ear. I'm like, oh man. But I mean, other than that, obviously you can get past the voice. The story's okay. It's just, I don't know, it shined a light on a character that I think was more cooler. Well, he was more cooler when I didn't know things about him. He was more mysterious. Now that I kind of see where he came from, I'm going, yeah, I don't know if he's as cool as I thought he was. So anyway, that's Thrawn, which is available now, book and audio form, of course. And that's really all that I've been doing. I almost jumped out of a plane tomorrow. Did I tell you why I decided not to do this?
Because you're night terrors.
Yeah. Yes. Night terrors indeed. I was going, today is Friday, guys, the 19th of May, and I was going to be jumping out of a plane tomorrow. Thank God I changed my mind and said no. For this last week that I've been coming up to this day, I've been literally dreading it. It has bothered me. I haven't been able to sleep. My wife thought that something was wrong. She came to me on Wednesday going, "Are you okay? You've been acting very strange." I got her this gift for her birthday, which is next week. And I hid the gift because, I'm not going to give it to her. And because of knowing that I had to jump out of the plane, I was like, honey, there's this gift over here. It's for you. This is where it is. Just in case you need to come get it. So it was, anyway, needless to say, I've been freaked out for a while. And I'm glad, the moment I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this like weight just lifted from me. I was like, thank God. And I feel sorry for Diana, who's going to be going. Hopefully she's fine.
It happens when you're doing stuff your first time. You're going to get the night terrors. You're going to get nervous. It happens.
It freaked me the hell out. I was like, this is not, it's not for me. I'm glad I'm not doing it.
Everyone else that my dad took, they had the same thing. But, once they did it, adrenaline rush, they were
fine.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. I was like, most likely it'll be fine. But the whole way there, and then the whole way up, because I don't like flying in a plane at all. So the whole trip up into the 8,000 feet, I'd have already been freaking out. And then they open the door, and then you realize that you've never been in a plane with the door open. That's in the sky. That already freaks you out. So I'm like, no, forget this.
Yeah, no, I get it. Even when we went to the carnival.
Yeah, the helicopter. Yes.
I'm like, no.
Really?
I couldn't wait till we get back down.
Really?
I mean, it was a nice view, but I couldn't.
I don't know. I was okay with it. And it wasn't that high. So maybe because I figured, okay, if something happens, well, I could probably survive a fall from here. You know what I mean? Maybe. But no.
Big maybe.
8,000 feet, jumping out. And then you have probably a big strapping guy strapped to my back. No. It's just not the move.
Why did we choose this life? Why did we become superheroes? We dedicate our lives to fighting crime for one reason: to make $1 billion on a superhero franchise.
All right, guys, and we'll go right into some news. We've got a lot of little news pieces, so nothing major, of course, other than the hot topic of the week, which we'll go into a little bit later on. I'm just going to start off here with a couple of small, very small ones. Don't Nod Entertainment, the makers of Life is Strange, have announced that they're going to make a follow-up to the adventure game that came out back in 2015. Unfortunately, that's all they said.
I
So guess what?
Wait.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm ready for that Feels train again.
I hope that it's new characters.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yes, I hope so too.
yeah.
Because the way that the endings were,
Yeah, exactly. It would.
that was complete.
Correct.
They can't continue that. Or at least maybe a cameo of other characters. That'd be nice.
Perhaps.
But completely new,
completely separate. Yeah.
mains.
I would agree. But no details on it. The game won't even be at E3 this year, so that's really, really early. So it's very, very new news. Another small bit, Far Cry 3, Ubisoft released a screenshot of the title. Pretty much that's it. It says in the development and scheduled to release before April of 2018. So again, not much there. Just announcing to announce at this point. Speaking of Ubisoft, they did announce at the same time, not finally, again, another release date for the Fractured Butthole. I love that name.
I know.
All right, I'm sorry. Fractured Butthole coming October 17th of this year. Do you think that day will stick?
I don't know. Because they've delayed it how many times already?
Multiple. So it was supposed to come out in December of last year.
Yeah,
Then it got moved to February.
Yep.
Then it got moved to March.
Yeah.
Then they said it's delayed indefinitely.
No, now...
And now we have a date again.
Now, actually, I think they have to. Because they can't... At this point, I think whoever's publishing it is probably like, you have to release it or don't release it at all.
Well, it's the publisher's the one saying that it's getting pushed around. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the case may be.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you release it or don't release it at all.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, they need to just release it. That's what they should do. So, you got any news pieces over there?
I'm trying to see.
Can't see the little screen on your phone there. All right, well, I'll move on to another one here real quick. Small game that I'm sure a lot of people are interested in. Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. Is not only coming to PlayStation 4, it's also coming to the Switch and to the PC, which apparently is a first time for the series. And the game will be playable at E3, so we'll be able to see a little bit more on it. It does step away a little bit from the regular farm area. Looks like you're going to be assuming care of an abandoned lighthouse, and then from there, pretty much building what you normally build. And so, yeah, we'll probably see more of that on E3. What you got over there?
I got some Overwatch stuff, since everyone's always excited with that.
Yes.
Anniversary event coming up next Tuesday.
Anniversary for the 1 year, right? 1 year
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to have some new emotes, skins, and voice lines. Some of the skins are a bit questionable, though.
As in skimpy?
No. It's
people wearing thongs?
It just looks kind of retarded a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Because I know Zarya, she got this Gundam look on it with a little mohawk kind of thing, but would have looked better with a different color variant because it's like pink and white and blue, and I'm like, that doesn't look great.
It's just an odd choice then.
And Soldier looks like a robot.
Isn't he a robot?
No, he's a super soldier like Captain America.
Okay.
So like a robot with some like robotics visor and.
Oh, okay. So he's like a cyborg
cables.
parts.
Yeah, it looks weird. And also we got the Game of the Year edition coming out.
Okay.
I think
that includes everything?
Yeah, next week. It's pretty much the Orange edition. What's kind of pissed off about it's the Orange edition, but it has everything from Orange edition, and it comes with 10 loot boxes, and that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
10 loot boxes?
That is it.
The random loot boxes?
Yeah.
That you can randomly get something?
In other words, what I like to call a box of duplicates.
Chances are that's what most of that will be.
So it's going to be, like, digitally anywhere, it's going to completely take over Origins Edition.
Okay.
So it's going to be Game of the Year, and that's it. So, I mean, it's kind of a bit of slap to the face a bit, because everything from Origins Edition, the skins that you get, but just loot boxes. I thought they would have put some skins from previous
events
in there, but
maybe they'll surprise in those 10 loot boxes. It'll be just nothing for the old stuff.
I'm looking forward to the new maps too that they're bringing in.
That's cool. Let me see. I've got here a game, Elite Dangerous, finally comes to PS4. I remember Chackrod playing this game feverishly on his PC.
Wasn't he using the joysticks?
I believe so.
The pilot system.
Yeah, he had a whole system going there. It was real nice. But I'm not going to have that. But I'm just going to be able to play it.
I would need a cockpit to do that.
That's for sure. Comes out June 24th. And there's going to be a retail edition of the game. Additionally, a retail edition of the game. Also for PS4, PC, and Xbox that will go on shelves by about the same time. It's going to be called the Elite Dangerous Legendary Edition, and it will include the Horizon expansions. Gives you 1,000 Frontier points, which is the in-game currency. So look forward to that. Let's see what else we have. My game of the year. Well, I don't know yet.
Is it Horizon?
No. It's Gwent, the Witcher card game. Gets its very first public beta, and that starts actually this upcoming week, May 24th. It's going to be available for everybody. Again, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. And so, yeah, looking forward to that. It's going to be the public beta.
Before I forget, another thing for Overwatch. It's going to have a free-to-play weekend next weekend.
Next weekend?
The 26th.
26th, okay.
29th. And another, if it can load.
Technology lets us down every day.
Every single day.
And we got nothing. I'll go on to the next.
one time when Wi-Fi is like, yeah, no, not going to help you.
Do you use a password? The password is Spaceballs. Now everybody knows the password.
Here it is. So another spaceship game, Dreadnought, that has come to PS4, really? Hmm? Well, it has a horde mode, which co-op is very key.
Okay.
So if you don't do teamwork, you're going to die.
Is this a new mode that they're introducing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. The Dreadnought, is that only on PS4?
No. It originally came on PC as a beta, and then now they're moving it to consoles.
Oh, nice. Okay. Devolver Digital. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite publisher. They are actually throwing their very first ever E3 press conference. And I cannot wait. Yes, exactly. Right now they have no date or time that they've revealed, but that's okay, considering that Microsoft moved out of the Monday slot. There's a nice gaping hole for them to fill there. They're still going to do their normal event, which it's called Indie Picnic, and they usually hold this in the parking lot across the street from the LA Convention Center, right next to this Hooters.
That kind of says something.
That says so much about Devolver Digital that makes me love them even more. And they've done this pretty much the last couple years.
Just like, hey, come here, come play some indie games, have some wings, and sing some things.
Sing some Hooters. The owls, guys, the owls. Keep your minds clean. But yeah, so looking forward to that. Curious to see what they'll show, because I do follow a lot of their announcements. Hotline Miami being probably my favorite game that they've ever released. And finally, my last piece of news that I have, and I'll turn it over to you while you're figuring out your phone over there.
I don't know why it's messing up right now. And I know if David was, he'd be like, you need to upgrade.
So I'm going to speak for him and say you need to upgrade. Use my phone. Netflix, I don't know if you saw this, is developing a Witcher series. Yes. I can't wait for that. So basically, what they're trying to do is fill in sort of a spot that they have. Like they want to do basically their own Game of Thrones. And what better series than The Witcher?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I do want to see that, especially since they're good on special effects, whoever they have.
Yes, the team that they're using, is pretty good. The good thing is that the maker of this, the one who started it all, Andrei Sapkowski, will be serving as creative consultant on the series. So that's a good thing, specifically since he feels that he got jerked out of any money from the Witcher games, which technically is not their fault because he essentially sold the video game rights and didn't want anything to do with it. He figured it wasn't going to make any money. He's like, whatever, you can do it, whatever. And then The Witcher makes millions upon millions, and now he's getting nothing.
Especially since Gwent is coming out.
And Gwent is coming out on top of that.
That's his own fault.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. And for the record, CD Projekt Red is not, or rather was not mentioned in the company's press release, so we don't know if they're involved in any way.
Because it's more on the book side.
It is. It seems to be.
So then they don't really need to because they're also based on the book.
Yeah. The only thing that they will share is that some of the companies that made the trailers and stuff like that, the CG company, they're going to be involved with the series. So hopefully that'll come out good. And that's pretty much all I got.
So speaking of streaming, Facebook wants to have their millions of users to watch their streaming of esports.
Esports. It's coming to Facebook. Facebook Live?
Yes.
Okay.
They partnered on Thursday with ESL, which is Electronic Sports League.
Nice.
So they will start live streaming video game tournaments, which are esports, obviously. Yeah. Lately, they've been doing CSGO, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. Can't speak today. So
it's okay.
So I'm hoping they would bring in more esports live events because,
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, where would you be able to see it? You'd have to go to the Facebook page of the...
I guess, the ESL.
The ESL? Okay.
You would have to like them, go there. But that would mean that they would be competing with other streaming sites that do this.
Yeah.
But it would be nice for people who don't have these other streaming sites.
Correct.
And mostly use Facebook religiously.
Yes. Like me. I can do that. I use Twitch. I mean, I watch Twitch too, or something, especially with the guys from over at Nivel Escondido because they are hilarious. And so I like watching them. Shout out to Nivel Escondido.
Shout out to them. So another thing that I have is that Microsoft is renewing their trademark for Scalebound. You know, that canceled game that we talked about a few weeks ago?
Yes, interesting. I wonder if this is part of their secret scheme for their E3. Probably not. But.
No. I think they just want to keep the IP. They don't want to
lose it.
Yeah, and they also don't want the company to have somebody else have it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
More or less.
Yeah. Yeah, so that keeps... what is it?
Platinum.
Games. Yeah, keeps Platinum Games from working on it with somebody, which is funny because I was thinking that may happen. Like, I wonder if some other company picks that up.
Sony, quote unquote.
I was thinking that, or even Square, because Platinum works with Square a lot. Especially with this last year.
Yeah, I guess Microsoft's like, no one else is having you but me.
Yeah. Even though we're not going to pay for you to finish it.
Exactly.
You're not going to do it. You can't have this.
So another thing, this is more tech related. Google wants to build an Android-based system into cars.
Oh, okay. So similar to the iOS systems.
They want to, interface it into the system so you can use your Google Maps and has apps in it.
Okay.
They did this way back in 2015 with you can use your phone, but now they actually want to integrate the OS into it.
Okay.
I'm kind of 50-50. I mean, it's nice and all, so you don't have to use your phone, but since the technology is getting bigger and more, that also means hacking is getting bigger.
You're right.
So
that can get into
before
it,
you know, someone's stealing your car.
Yeah, pretty much. That can do it. That, and I mean, you would figure if you're doing Android, you have to have iOS at the same time. So you're going to have possibly two OSs in one car, or when you go buy your car, you gotta say, "Is this Android or this is no? I can't buy this. Sorry."
We're gonna have that now too.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice because that means because a lot of states are cracking down on people on their phones.
Yes.
So that'd be nice to have. So you're not on your phone. You can just use it straight from your dashboard.
From your dashboard, yeah.
So
Talk
it's
into it.
it's nice because
it keeps things safer, hopefully. Although
Hopefully.
you have, probably some stragglers who go, no, I'd rather use my phone.
yeah. But the best part is I hope that like since they said apps, that's only just navigation and music apps. Because if they put any games on there, then that's fairly dangerous.
Hopefully it doesn't send bad text for you to loved ones. Right, David? Yeah. David knows what I'm talking about.
I kind of feel bad. We've been cracking on him all this time.
I know he's not here. So let me tell you the story since he's not here. This is the story how he would tell it. Let me see if I can say it like he says it. So what happened was this. No, I can't do it. So no, he apparently his phone, he basically linked it to his car and everything, and it started replying texts. Like if somebody texts him, they would automatically reply back, "I'm driving," And so I can't remember what the incident was, but basically, it was the messages that he was receiving were nice messages, but it was responding back, "I'm driving." So he had to apologize to everybody, and he was searching forever to find out what the hell happened. It was pretty funny.
That's his car protecting him. Like, hello, you're driving.
Yeah, but he couldn't even shut it off. That was the messed up part. He was like, "You can't stop this from doing it." Anyway, so what else you got about it? That was pretty funny. This car got hacked. I love you, David.
So I have that Hayao Miyazaki is getting out of retirement for his final film.
Oh.
It's going to be filming
the
this
last
fall, if I remember.
Filming or creative? I mean, he's
Filming.
animated, yeah.
Yes, he wants to try and get out in 2019, but the way he works his films is going to be later.
Oh, yeah. That's 2025.
And honestly, I cannot wait.
Well, hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully. He had some good ones there. What was the other one with the cat bus?
Cat bus. That was Totoro.
My neighbor Totoro.
Favorite one.
Yes. Did you hear about the I think I mentioned this before in the podcast, but did you hear about the alleged evil undertones of the the story? Like the girls are basically, spoilers, guys. The girls are basically actually dead already, and that the cat bus actually took their spirits. Kind of
Makes sense. Because the way that the movie went, like they were constantly away from home. Anything could have happened, especially with the little one. Again, spoilers, going to the forest. Anything could happen.
Her missing shoe, and it really looked like something happened. So, but yeah.
Wow, Wi-Fi sucks.
No worries. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with final pieces of news, and then we're going to go right into the hot topic of the week. Stand by.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and we're back. So, Miss Shadow, take it away. I think there was some more news.
Lots of news. Mm-hmm. So, Danger Zone is an upcoming card game from the founders of Criterion, the people who created Burnout.
Oh, the Burnout series. Okay.
Yes. It's going to be similar to Burnout 3's Takedown's Crash Mode, where you are encouraged to crash and cause as much damage as possible, like Grand Theft Auto's, Saints Row's insurance modes, where you would try and cause as much damage as possible as long as you're racking up that money. So it's going to be an actual game this time. What do you think of that?
This sounds fun. What's the name of it?
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone. There a release date?
No, it's going to be later.
This year?
Yes,
Next year?
Later this year. And another thing is, remember when I was talking about Rap Rabbit?
Yes.
So they've recently, with their Kickstarter, they've recently had a big outcry because they wanted to put the game on the Switch. So they put the goal for the Switch way up there.
Way up.
To about 4 million.
4 million, yep.
So because of that, they're like, okay, we're going to drop it down to about 1 million for the Switch goal, and hopefully it gets on there.
Hopefully. I mean,
really looking forward to that because it's been a while since we last had a rhythm game minus Rock Band and Guitar Hero. They can get out of there.
I don't know. I was a fan of Guitar Hero.
I was too, but we haven't had anything like Parappa in a while. So another thing which I'm quite surprised about, which I've never seen coming. So after raising $502 million from SoftBank, Improbable decided to create an alliance with Jagex, the creators of RuneScape.
Okay.
And now RuneScape is something that I played years ago when I was little, and it used to be a pixelated open world RPG MMO game.
I think I remember seeing this. I never played it.
It looked so bad, but it was fun, And RuneScape now looks great, like all 3D, not pixelated anymore. I'm like, I kind of want to try this again.
Nice.
So Improbable with this alliance with Jagex, they're gonna try and do some open world games in the future.
Okay.
Since how well RuneScape's been doing it and how they look now, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Nice.
From a game that I played many years ago to be booming like this. Come on. You got anything else?
No, I'm good. We got the hot topic.
All right, let's go in there.
All right. So we're going to take this right into the hot topic.
Where are we going with first?
All right. So we're going to start with, we're going to do the Nintendo ARMS, that we just basically go in the order that they happen. So the Nintendo ARMS Direct happened this past Wednesday.
What'd you think of it?
Well, I mean, it was like a very, very long trailer showing off well, first off, they show off new characters. Let me see. New characters were Kid Cobra, Twintel, and Bite and Bark. Bite and Bark is one character, or one selectable character with two people. And they showed off a bunch of different modes. First off, the game comes out June 16th. One of the modes that we saw was the hoops, where you actually, instead of fighting with your arms, you actually dunk the other person in a hoop.
I thought that was funny, honestly.
Yeah, it looked a little pretty silly.
I mean, it looked better than Rocket League's hoops.
That's true. Yeah, that much I can agree.
I tried it once, and I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
That was so annoying.
That was not. It was an idea, and I give them props for trying it. But another mode that they introduced for ARMS was V-ball, which is basically volleyball. The only difference is the volleyball itself is actually an explosive, so you need to keep it pretty much on your opponent's side. Let's see, what are the modes?
Better yet, keep it in the air.
Keep it. Oh yeah. Well. Oh yeah, but volleyball on their side. And then there's a skill shot, which is a single-player mode, which you're tasked with breaking targets with precision. And then there's the 1-on-100, which is a horde mode with waves of enemies coming toward a single combatant. Now, the funny thing is I don't know what these enemies are because it's just fighters, so I'm not sure what other characters they could be, but that's part of it there.
It kind of reminds me of Super Smash Brothers a bit.
Yeah.
Because they had that mode before in the target practice, just not without the hoops and the volleyball thing.
Yeah, yeah. I checked out some of the gameplay, and I don't know about you. I mean, it looked silly. At the same time, the split screen, I think that's what I was telling you before. The split screen, the fidelity on it kind of went down a little bit. Maybe I don't know if the two people knew what they were doing because they were showing it off in the video I was watching, and maybe they just didn't know what was going on. But it just felt like two people just flailing their hands around. This is like the worst fight I've ever seen. But you see the gameplay videos that they show, and then they look like, these guys are precise.
Because they're actually playing. They played it. They probably sucked beforehand too.
Yeah, that's possible.
But they made the game, so after a while of testing it, they've gotten better. So it might be like what we've saw already.
Hopefully,
if you give it time.
Hopefully, if that comes. I mean, it seems to be there seems to be kind of a lukewarm feeling towards it, the game itself. But hopefully, I mean, if that's another good game, then that's now 3 major titles for the Switch. I think.
I do like that. They were mentioning when we were watching it that you can hook up like about 10 10 different switches together.
Oh yes,
You can get up to 20 people. I'm like, that's
crazy.
That's a LAN party right there.
That's exactly
And hopefully that brings back LAN parties again.
Yeah, well, it says, let me see, it says, for those looking to play online with their friends, they have this thing called Party Match, where up to 10 Switch systems supporting 20 players can connect in lobbies.
And this is meaning that each Switch has two players.
Two players.
Per console.
And it's Team Fight. The Team Fight's another mode. Team Fight is when you're tethered to, so that's like a 2 versus 2. You're tethered to your partner, and you're tethered by a string, and so you got to hit.
You got to be cooperative.
Correct. Yes, and there's also friendly fire. So if your ally gets hit around, and it could be slapped against you by accident and stuff like that. So
I want to see us play this here. Honestly, just the group, just to see what happens.
Just to see what it's like. Yeah, I agree.
I know we're gonna have a good laugh with some drinks. Oh my.
Now here's the other thing that kind of, I know. Well, you were able to confirm. You confirmed it by the when we were watching it, and I was able to look online just to confirm, just so that is the case, because it feels like they're pushing this as a motion control game, but you can play it without the motion controls. And early news tends to point to the motion controls not being very good. And I think that's gonna maybe hurt them if they don't really put out in front that, hey, you don't have to have motion control. You could just use a controller.
I think they've learned. Honestly,
I hope so. Because I honestly,
from the Wii, I think they're learning.
I hope so.
And I hope it's not full. Like, I hope they give you the option to do motion controls for like kids.
Perhaps, yeah.
But give the full just stationary for everyone else who doesn't want to do that.
They did state that, and I'm glad that it's not only motion control. That would not be. I don't think that would be cool.
And the best thing is that they're pulling out a global test punch.
Oh yeah, it's a test punch.
So in North America, it's gonna start from the 26th to the 28th next week.
Oh, this month, yeah, May.
And in June, it's starting from the 2nd to the 4th.
Okay.
And in Europe, it's going from Saturday the 27th to the 28th. And in June, the 3rd to the 4th.
Okay, so it's going to be sort of worldwide, or just as
sort of.
Okay.
So North America get it first, and then Europe and everyone else get it the next day.
I hope that their infrastructure is prepared for this. I don't know how their online infrastructure is going to be. Yeah,
because they just started their whole online services, and I kind of a bit disappointed. Yeah. How could you, Nintendo?
Well, Splatoon actually worked out pretty well, right?
Yes.
Was there any issue? I played Splatoon, but I played it like it wasn't mine, and it played pretty well. I was like, yeah,
because I tried the test fire for Splatoon, and it was actually really fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
I was talking about the services, the online services.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Were there any interruptions in services or anything like that, or everything pretty much ran well?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Hopefully, they can get that together.
It should be fine. They've been somewhat decent with their services online. Yeah.
I hope so. One thing that they did say, which I really, I think every publisher and developer should be getting on board with this soon, because everybody seems to do it. They said that they will continue to update ARMS, and that upcoming multiplayer, basically DLC and all that stuff that will come to the ARMS game, all the new content will be free after launch. So there's no season pass or nothing mentioned yet anyway. So yeah, I think that's good. I think that's also they did that with Splatoon. So a lot of the DLC was all free. I think that's the future.
The only things that weren't like any game wise was Fire Emblem and Super Smash Brothers. Oh, and Mario Kart.
That was what?
That wasn't that you had to pay for.
You had to pay for additional stuff. Oh,
I do hope they do. Like, if they're gonna do another Super Smash Brothers, they better fix that online system. For that game.
Well, I can tell you right now, any future Super Smash Brothers is going to include some of these characters from ARMS. Can already see it happening.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I can see it happening because
there's some interesting characters here. Already, one of the favorites is that Twintel, which uses her hair as the punching arms.
Okay, I think like I think we already know what's the actual favorite honor.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, the shape. But yeah, I mean, everybody seems to coming out of that. Basically who's tried it out and previewed the game, saying that they're coming out. I don't want to say lukewarm, but they're coming out like it's good. I just don't know how good it's going to be. And I wonder how many more characters they're going to introduce, but. I guess we'll see.
Introduce more like later on, like the way Overwatch has been doing.
That's what it sounds like they're wanting to do. Very similar, free updates and everything. So that'd be good.
Maybe new equipment.
maybe. Yeah. That's the other thing they have.
It has a lot of opportunity, like equipment wise, and
to match arms and specials.
Other, characters too. And I wonder if they're gonna do like super moves, like all kind of moves, like Street Fighter.
Yeah, they all seem to have one, or maybe more than one, and then you kind of select that one before the fight. Very similar to Street Fighter, and then of course they have the different gloves that they can put on or stuff like that, which ends up being a different arm, I guess. But yeah, so I mean, it looked pretty decent. They also at the very end, surprisingly, introduced a Splatoon 2 single player. Trailer, which we saw. What do you think about that?
I haven't really like played the Splatoon game besides the test fire, but
okay,
it does look fun because I know when I played the test fire, that was actually really fun to do some PvP, like slipping and sliding on ink.
Yeah, well, I wonder how they're going to do. I mean, this is a single player, campaign of some sort. So. It's a first-person shooter campaign with little squiddies running around spreading.
The first one had a campaign too, but I didn't really hear much about it, so I don't really. Okay. So I don't really know how that's going to be, but it does look interesting that what we saw.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks like platformer with shooter. Mm-hmm. Looks like it's going to be. It
looks a little bit similar to what's that? Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
Very similar to that is what it was looking like. So I mean, yeah. Hopefully they can produce something good there, and I got to tell you, if ARMS turns out to be a decent hit, then I think there's very little reason not to get a Switch now. I mean, you have Zelda, you've got the best Mario Kart, now you have ARMS, a new IP. I think it'd be time.
I think whatever else game they're coming out.
The Mario Odyssey and all this other stuff. So yeah, I think that's all we have to say for the direct. For ARMS,
I still think it should have been called Sock and Boppers, but that name's already taken.
That could be why. It's already copyright or trademark. All right, so let's go into the Destiny 2 event, which happened.
The big hot topic.
Big one, yes. They had an hour-long show, and I got to tell you, first impressions. I'm actually a little excited.
I already know mine. I want to hear yours.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was, when they started saying, "Oh, the Destiny 2 is coming," I was like, "All right, well, we'll see." Excuse me. Basically, the first Destiny, I got it. I played through the campaign. I tried a little bit of the multiplayer, and it was good, but there was really nothing there to hold me.
It was lacking.
It was very vanilla when it first came out. And by the time Taken King rolled around and they started fixing stuff, at that point I had already given up, and it's like, nah, there's other stuff to play. Here, it looks like, from everything I've seen, it looks like they're coming out pretty much with everything the way it should be. Particularly the matchmaking makes much more sense for... let me just get into it. But basically, the matchmaking for raids... and stuff like that, which was a problem in the first one. You needed to have your 6 people, and you didn't have 6 people. You couldn't do it, and they all had to be part of your party before you even get in there. That was kind of
that was
How are you gonna have 6 people all the time?
Because I remember my first raid. We were doing it on Venus, and it took us a good hour or two trying to find someone, that 6th person that we needed, because that's the ideal to go into a raid. Mm-hmm. And a while back, I explained that that raids, they take about between 4 and 5 hours.
Yeah, they take time. Yeah. So not only do you have to find the person has to be available for the next 4 or 5 hours. What I mean? So and
with mine, that 4 or 5 hours was actually from the beginning. Just on that one part in the beginning, it took us so long to do it.
Oh, wow.
But by the time we were getting close to actually figuring it out, we were getting done. We were getting tired.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah. So, anyway, it looks like they've corrected some of these things. So let me just kind of go through some of the stuff that they announced. First off, it will be releasing, of course, on September 8th for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Unfortunately, sometime after that, it will come to the PC, so it won't be same day and date as the consoles.
Some of you are a bit
salty.
Salty
about that.
I won't name who, but
yeah,
I know some,
some salty peoples. But good thing for the PC, of course, it will support. They confirm will support 4K, and it's going to be uncapped the frame rates. So that's good. PC version will be exclusive to the Blizzard platform Battle.net. So it will be using Battle.net, which they mentioned Battle.net, which is kind of strange when they said they were going to change the name, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's because of the whole partnership with Activision.
Yeah.
And also gives some more games on Blizzard's stuff.
Yeah, oh, that's true. It gives a free advertisement on that. Destiny 2 will not have dedicated servers, so unfortunately, of course, that's something that the console players have been already used to, but some of the PC players are not happy about that, which obviously you can understand with some of the latency issues. Let's see what else they have here.
Something though with the Pro that people should understand is that it's not going to run at 60 frames per second. It's going to be locked at 30.
The Pro, PlayStation Pro?
Yes, and that would also mean that if it's coming out on the Scorpio 2, it's going to be the same thing.
Locked at 30, you think so?
Yes, because the reason why is that they want everyone to be
the same experience.
Yes, they don't want no advantages, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it would give an advantage
at 30.
That's good. That's
I know
good.
some of you might be upset about that, but
well, since there's no dedicated servers,
yes,
that's
and
what
also
you can do.
Because you'll be able to go back and play with people on the Xbox One, obviously. So they don't want any advantages out there.
That makes sense. Yeah. And let's see. Unlike previous games, they're going to have the clans. What are they called again? Let me see.
The clans.
What was it? I thought it was a name that they had for
no,
it.
it's just clans. But I like the fact that it's everything for clans is going to be on the game itself. Because before you had to go on Bungie, create a clan, add people, and tell them to get on their computers, do it from there. It was a big hot mess. So. Yeah. I'm glad everything is on the system, on the game, so that you can create your clan from there. Recruit people in game. That's pretty nice. And what I did like is that you can get rewards.
Oh yes,
for your clan.
Yeah. Yes, in game. Let's see, custom banners and stuff like that to get from your clan support. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. We actually quick side note. We did start one already for GG. It's a gamer group. Gamer group bracketed GG. Of course, it's there. You have to go to the PC to do it now because it's not up yet. But once, obviously, it comes over, it'll be available to see there. But feel free, you guys want to go on and join the clan, by all means. I'm already in there. There's already 7 of us. We just started today, so that's a good sign. So, yeah.
Are you going to be doing the beta test this summer?
I probably will. The funny thing is I did the alpha and the beta for the first one, and I'm like, yeah, why not?
I'm glad that they're doing just beta, not the alpha anymore. Because, I did both too, but I played it so much from the first one that I kind of drained myself out of it.
Okay. Before the game came out, yeah.
And I kind of felt a bit disheartened about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I played the beta. The beta was the one that was a little bit more open. And I remember going, wow, this is really, everything looked really promising. And then I played the game and realized there wasn't much more past that, So unfortunately, it does look like they're obviously focusing more on that story and making it something. So far, from everything I've seen from the story trailers, it looks interesting. So
aside from the whole social PvP, all that online stuff from it, I'm glad that now they really focused on story. Now it has, from the looks of it, from the trail, it looks like it has a beginning, middle, and end, which we've been hoping for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at least it looks like put more effort into this, and that's good. Also, I wanted to mention that's what it's called, guided games. That's part of the new clans, and that's the Destiny 2 versions of the matchmaking. So that's good. That basically means that you can have just
Matchmake.
4 people or 5 people, and the system will allow another person to join you, so you may do a raid.
Yeah,
So you don't have to go searching.
That what they showed in the conference on the big screen, that if you're soloing, I like that you can choose the clans that you want to participate with.
Yes, I saw that. That was
It's
actually
better
pretty
than
good.
trying to be with douchebags.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had my fair share.
I can imagine.
I do like that you can choose whether you're with a chill out group or just socially
Or if
casual
you're
gaming.
Yeah, if you're looking for guys who or a team that's aggressive, then you're like,
or the ones who will speed run it if you want to do a speed run.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice. I'm
That makes
really
sense.
looking forward to that. And I do, like when I do the beta, I want to try everything at least once and then just stop and just wait till the game's out. Because remember, the game's coming out September 8th. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. They also did do some changes to the Crucible. Gone are the 6 versus 6. They have been lowered to 4 versus 4 on all PvP activities. They did, of course, rebuild a lot of the activities so that they would take full advantage of smaller teams. So I don't know if that means smaller maps or maybe more diverse maps.
I think it might be both because, like, I've done 6v6 and it gets a bit chaotic with all these explosions everywhere and then everyone running all over the place. So the 4v4 is nice. It brings everything small, compact. So that means, yes, we might have some smaller maps, but, I'm okay with that. I know some
as long
people
as they're more,
weren't, but, you need to understand and think logically on this.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean they can't adjust it in the future if that comes to be.
I'm sure there'll be probably a 6 versus 6 mode, and I do kind of hope that they might bring some custom game modes again.
Okay. Yes.
Some custom.
I hope so. I mean, that's what everybody's doing nowadays. You might as well. They also mentioned for the Crucible that they reworked the HUD. And so now what it does, it'll give you important information about your opponents. Basically, if there's a super attack that's ready to happen, or if they picked up ammo for their special weapon, these little things you'll be able to see. I don't know if that gives an unfair advantage, but
it's fine because it kind of reminds me of Gears of War a bit because I've seen my brothers play and down in the left hand corner, like if anyone picks up a weapon, it'll tell you that they picked up this. So it pretty much
makes sense. Then,
gives you an indication to be like, okay, I need to watch out for them because they're coming with this
firepower.
gun. They're coming with something that will destroy me in 1 second. So I need to watch out for them, kill them instantly. So I think that's actually nice because it gives you more awareness into the game.
Yeah, that's true. And if it's a smaller team, you can probably use that to your advantage. Yeah,
yes,
that's probably true. Yeah. So so that's all the little bits and pieces I have of it. But how are you feeling? I know you're obviously a big Destiny person, but how are you feeling about this? You looking forward to September 8th?
Kind of, because I mean, I'm not that big, but I did enjoy the later expansions.
Did you? See, I didn't even try any of them. I just like no.
No, I understand. I understand because the way that they did it, I can understand why people are really upset. But I'm excited for it, and I do hope that if they bring in any DLC, it's gonna be like spin-offs or like little extra things, and I hope it's not like $30 again.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it probably will.
Yeah, that's why, and that's why a lot of people got upset because you had the Taken King little collection, and then later on you have the Rise of Iron, which I get why a lot of people were upset with that collection because it has everything in it, and then people who had the Taken King before are like really
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I all I know is that halfway through the original story, I knew something was missing. I do know that I was enjoying it for the most part. It wasn't a bad game. But by the time I got, this is the problem. By the time I finished the game, and then because I got it early, like I got it pretty early on. Thanks to David. Thank you, David. I got it pretty early on, and by the time I finished the game, tried a little bit of the PvP. The strikes and the raids hadn't started yet, so I had very little to do. You know what I mean?
Same with me.
Yeah.
Because what I like to do, which I know is a bit like why, I like to prolong the story as much as possible, so I can grasp everything in all at once. So for like a week, almost 2 weeks straight, I was doing PvP. I was doing other things
Early on.
and then. And then I realized, then I went back to story. I'm like, all I had was one more mission left.
Oh,
Like that,
so you were
that
already almost done.
aggravated me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like the story is so just fast. You can do it all in one sitting. That's what aggravated me.
yeah, you could. And something else, and I don't think they mentioned it. And I don't even know, honestly, because again, I haven't got past the Taken King. So, I want to see more with the ships.
Oh,
You have have the ability to get these nice, awesome
Cosmetics,
ships.
but it's all.
But
yeah,
you
all
just,
cosmetic.
yeah, exactly. You're just watching it on the screen loading to the next battle. It's like if you could include some mode, maybe not, maybe
the
not
one thing that we're missing
space
here?
battles, but what's that?
Actually, the two things that we're missing here.
What's
The one that you don't have to go to orbit
Mm-hmm.
to go to another planet that they're putting.
Yeah.
That I like that, and also maps. You're getting maps.
Maps
Yes.
for the
Yeah, when you're on the ground, you
Yeah.
get a map to see where you're going, where events are, when it's gonna happen.
wasn't there maps before?
No, there was never maps before.
Why do I think there was maps? I guess
No.
you're right. All right. Well,
I
yes,
do
dang
like
it. We
that,
need
yeah.
maps.
Because there were times when I would get lost, and I'm like, okay, I have no on the Cosmodrome, there were some things that I do in some spots, and I'm like, I don't know what this place is, and I had to look it up where it is. I'm like, I need a map.
Yeah.
You get
I don't
lost
know why I
so
thought there was
easily
maps.
on these maps.
that's
on
good.
these planets.
Yeah, that's good. At least you'll have have that going for it. But yeah, I think it looks good. I mean, I'm excited for it. What it comes down to, and I didn't think I was gonna be. As a matter of fact, anybody who knows me, who's listening to me right now, is probably going, "Who the hell is this guy? He doesn't like freaking Destiny." Not that I didn't like Destiny,
But I
guys.
think,
It just
I think
wasn't.
everyone's giving it a try again after
Yeah,
this.
especially after that event. I was watching the event. I was like, I can see why this is why it's become such a good game. They did correct a lot of
And
lot of
also, we
stuff.
won't have any Grimoire anymore.
Oh yes, everything
'Cause,
should be in game now.
Yes, because Rise of Iron didn't have any Grimoire
Good.
at all. So
Good. Yes, it looks like, and I guess this is common with a lot of games. The second game in the series tends to fix a lot from the first one, making it a lot better. Perfect example would be Assassin's Creed 2 from Assassin's Creed 1, Uncharted 2 from Uncharted 1. When they got the good game, and they have a good game, and then they can finally come to the second one, a lot is fixed. So that's
I'm
very
glad
good.
that they're listening to their community. Their
I agree.
Fan base.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I just posted the hot topic today since we had to kind of switch it last minute. But yeah, I posted it in the group and got a couple comments here. Chackrod, he says he's glad that Destiny turned around with a totally new game concept. I'm not entirely sure if it's a new game concept, but it looks pretty similar.
Gameplay wise, I think it's similar, but now I do like that you can have, because you get more abilities, you can have different weapons like kinetics.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, the abilities look good.
yes.
I was
Those
like,
supers
okay,
were like,
yeah.
oh yeah. I know well enough you were going to be a Titan with that shield throw that we saw.
Well, my favorite was always, I always had the Hunter. And I think that's true, because I switched to the Titan halfway, and that's how I completed the basic, get into the whole light levels at that point. I did that as a Titan, not as a Hunter. So yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably the
I
Titan.
know, I know you're gushing over that, because with the Sentinel, they get a shield, which is kind of like Captain America. He was all gushing over because you saw
the shield.
Yes,
Yes,
you saw them all.
That was badass.
Getting thrown at enemies. I'm like, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, that was the first thing I saw. I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna be a space Captain America. That's what I'm gonna be.
That's the one thing I've liked is that all of the all the classes. Their supers were so good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. From the early on, yeah. Especially, but the new ones here, oh yeah, they look really good.
Oh yeah.
Gilberto, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But like I said, all the weapons that you can have, your 3 weapons. But before it was your primary, secondary, and then heavy. This one you can have any.
Oh,
as your
really?
3.
As your 3, okay.
And then you can switch them around.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's what I like, because that means you can have 2 of the same weapons, but they're different things. One's kinetic, or one's void.
Oh yeah, it's a different elements to it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Gilberto put here, I don't care about arms. And Destiny is still on a quote-unquote let's see what happens here list. So that's understandable.
Right.
That's understandable. He probably was burnt from the prior one, so I understand. And I actually posed a question out there to Seth Myers out in Tennessee, because I asked him, is there any excitement for ARMS? Because he deals a lot with Nintendo clientele, Nintendo customers and clients. And he says that a lot of his regulars and employees are actually pretty excited about it. He himself says, I'm still on the fence. I'm going to give it a good chance, though, and see for myself. It could end up being another Splatoon, which turned out to be incredibly fun. So, hopefully, and if there's one thing Nintendo's good at, it's creating fun. So, I'll give him that much. Unless it's Wii Music, then it's not fun. So, yeah, that's all the comments that I have there. I did want to mention one more time. The clan gamers group bracketed GG. It's on the Bungie.net, and of course that all carry over to Destiny 2. So looking forward to getting this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward.
Does it carry? All the clans carry over?
Well, yeah, I assume that's what they said. You'll be able to do the clans on the
nice. Carrying over instead of recreating them, because I kind of feel like they were saying
I hope so.
That you can when they have all of them in the game, that you're going to be just recreating them.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's what I got the feeling, because they're putting all the clan stuff in the game.
Okay.
I got that feeling.
Well, here's what I got. I got the summer, right, to get the Taken King, to get all the missing pieces, catch up with the story. I can probably do it now for pretty cheap, considering that one's coming out. And then if we have to recreate the clan again, then damn it, we'll recreate the clan again. But yes, look for them on Bungie.net.
I'm wondering what the level cap, the attendee cap would be for the clans.
For the clans, I don't know. Let me see if it says anything here.
Because it looked like they had a lot of slots open when we saw them on the screen.
On the actual.
So I want to know the actual cap for it.
Yeah, it should be. Shouldn't be too few, I guess I should say.
No.
But we'll see what happens there. So, anything else you want to bring up for the Destiny event?
There's lots of things we can talk about that.
Well, yes. But what I mean is to our captive audience.
I did like, from watching the little campaign that we saw, how the actual characters from the game were interacting with your character.
Oh, yeah.
How you had Zavala bubble you to protect you, and then Ikora around jumping on ships, taking them down.
Yeah, that looked like it was a single-player game.
Yeah, you've never really seen character interaction before in the first one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely not in the very beginning, that's for sure.
No, and it looked like, because in the first one, you're by yourself, and after you get your ship and go to the tower, that's when you can bring your friends in. But this one, it looks like you can bring them straight from the start screen.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
If you saw there at least 2 other people with the main person doing the quest themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like that, because I would like to just start the story with my friends.
And then continue.
Yeah.
And they can just drop in and out.
Yep.
That'd be pretty good. Well, yeah. So, that's all we have for the Destiny 2 event. It was pretty good. Hopefully the game lives up to the hype that I have in my head.
I hope to see you all there on the beta, if and when they do have it free to everyone else.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll probably get that together also on the group. Well, yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening, guys. So this was, again, the real episode 56 of the real of the Mouthful podcast. As always, if this is your first time listening, thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, on iTunes, on Google Play. Also, go to goodgame.tech, and that takes you right to our Facebook group. Don't join the conversation.
Don't you also have a Twitter account too?
We do.
That you post on, so follow that. If you guys are all
some posts,
if you're active still. If not,
it's at GG.
Don't forget to follow the stream, the Twitch stream.
The Twitch stream, yes, yes.
You also
Good Game Gamer Group on
the stream
on Twitch, yes, and then on Twitter it is at GG Gamer Group. And see, I try to keep on Twitter. I'm not big on Twitter. I need to get on top of that, but
we need to have some people streaming more too.
Yes, we need to get on top of that too, because it's just life just gets in the way.
Yeah, I get it, but you know, just an hour is enough.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, now that
we're all a group, you know, a big group. Got to bring in more people.
We got to get Gilberto back in there. He's our resident Overwatch streamer. He's
even like some group streams will be nice too.
That would be. The last time we did that was pretty good. It was with him actually. He was the one who was getting it. We'll have to set that back up again. I still have Overwatch. Still need to go back to it.
And Battlefield, don't forget that.
Battlefield
and anything else that's coming in the future.
Yep. All right, guys. So we'll see you next week for some more Mouthful. And GG. Oh. Do it. GG.
GG.
GG's The Mouthful Podcast is brought to you by goodgame.tech, the most welcoming gaming community on Facebook. Join the conversation at www.goodgame.tech.